How you doing, guys? Neil here in the FM Dugout, bringing you episode 2 of I'll Take the Low Road, the journey of Peebles FC. So in the last episode we had just beaten Eyemouth United 5-2 in our first competitive game in charge, which was in the Southeast League Cup, qualifying Group C I think it was. So we played 4 games since then. We'll show you that in a minute, but first an update on some news. I looked after our last couple of home games to see what the attendances were, because it seemed awfully quiet compared to when I played away from home, and I found out that our attendance was actually 16. Now that's not going to support us financially. Now we don't pay wages at the moment. If we did, we would be in real trouble. As you can see at the moment, we're already 4,000 in the red for this season, 5,000 overall. Projected that we're going to lose 18,000. So if we take a quick look at the projection here, it actually puts us in some real difficulty. You look at next season, it's just going to go down and down and down. So we can't sell players, we can't make our money that way, not where we're an amateur team. So in terms of getting money in, we have to look at other methods. So what I tried to do was ask to get an affiliate and hopefully get in a yearly fee that might just help us keep in the black just. The board turned it down initially, and I was in two minds as to whether to actually protest against that and say that we really should be doing this. It would have been a very short let's play if it had gone badly, but luckily they agreed, they saw sense, so they're going to look into that, and hopefully we'll have an update in the next video. And speaking of finances, one of the teams in our division, Lothian Thistle Hutchison Vale, I've got a new owner. Lucky them. So if we take a look at their club information, you'll get a bit of a shock. There's their estimated value. Now this is for a team in the 6th tier of Scottish football with an estimated value over £10 million. As you can see, their ticket price is £3. They only have 15 season ticket holders, very much like ourselves, but they've got someone who is prepared, quote, to put as much money in as required until they can dominate domestic and continental football. I don't think 10 million is going to cut it for them, but certainly it could give us issues towards the end of this season. They could be our real challengers. You can see that now their professional status is professional, whereas of course we are amateur just because we don't have the funds to go professional. So it's a little bit worrying. Anyway, if we go back over some of the games, we had 4 games, and as you can see we have won everything apart from one friendly. Let's just jump in and see these games. So the first one was Edgy Sport Academy. Not really a fantastic game, pretty evenly matched, both as poor as each other in front of goal, both scoring with their only shots on target. And you can see from our stats that it was a good performance from the centre backs. Everyone else was fairly poor, Phil Story having a shocker of a game. So our goals came from the advanced midfielder position, first with Mike Jack, then he had to move following Kieran Bill being substituted for Darren Hawkins, and we could have shuffled things around. Darren Hawkins popped up with a goal. So 2-0 probably flattered us a little bit. It was fairly even. 1-0 probably would have been fairer. I was very relieved when we scored the second goal. 4 yellow cards. Hardly surprising when you look at my opposition instructions. I do tell the guys to go in hard. There's the attendance. That was the one that started to make me think something wasn't quite right, because there was actually noise in their stadium as opposed to the silence that was viewed in our first game against Eyemouth. We then played Crichton. Now the scoreline 2-1 doesn't really tell the story. We dominated. We had all the possession. We had lots of shots on target. We should have put this one to bed. But you can see we didn't even score in the first half. It took it until the second half for Phil Story to score. Then Anthony McGuigan from left mid, and then conceded 3 minutes later. So it was a pretty nervy finish. Again, we didn't really play that well. Nobody really above the 7.3 mark there for Luigi Poirot. again, no one in their team performed particularly well. So just relieved really to have come out the game without drawing it. We then played Fleet Star, who we were supposed to thrash. We got a bit of a shock. We hit the bar once and we scored 2 goals that were chopped off for offside, and then they scored, and it just felt like I wasn't going to get anything from this game. We just didn't seem to create many chances in open play, and that's why both goals came from corners and headers. Martin Hardy getting his first goal, I think it was his second goal actually. No, it was his first, that was his debut, must have been a friendly. So he scored with a header, and then right in the dying seconds, Michael Mossy, who got moved into centre-back position when we lost both our centre-backs within the first 36 minutes. He moved into centre-back and he managed to pop up with a header right in the last minute. But I think, again, we were holding the ball well, had a large number of shots. I think we did well. We should have won by more, but things just weren't going away. And there you go again, the attendance 16, really not too great for us. Last game was Civil Service. Once again, familiar story. Had more possession, had more shots, lots of them on target. This game should have been put to bed really early on, but we just didn't seem to capitalise on that 2-0 lead. Let them back in after half time, but this time we actually had some really good performances. Johnny Blake at right back played pretty well. Callum Thompson, excellent game. John Gallagher at left back covering for Bowl came in with a 7.2. Mike Jack, before he got injured, with 8.4. Phil Story with the man of the match, 8.5. Phil Story has certainly been the story of our team so far. 5 goals in 4 games and 4.54 for his performance. So we did a really good job in this game of keeping them quiet, but once again we just let a goal slip in. Not too sure about Craig Burns in goals. He doesn't maybe seem the most reliable of keepers, but yeah, and if we have a look at his attributes and see if any of them have changed, so none of them have changed so far. We'll obviously need to keep an eye on that. We did change our staff around in the hope of having some better advancements in the guys' attributes. So if we just take a quick look actually at our training, one of the things I came across here was to have a dedicated fitness coach without having a fitness coach. So I'd actually created our manager with fitness coaching, 6, fairly even throughout, and I've just put ourselves on the fitness regime. And what that's actually done is it's helped us out. I can't remember who it was it Callum Thompson? Yeah, there you go. Is happy that the club have a dedicated fitness coach. So I am not a fitness coach, but just because they're the only 2 things I'm looking after, it's helping with some of the players. So anyway, on to today's game, Spartans B. We've got an injury to Mike Jack. He hasn't made it back in time for this game. So we'll put in Darren Hawkins, and I think we'll shuffle things around a little bit. We'll put Martin Hardy here. John Gallagher, 88%. Yeah, I think we'll go with Kieran Bowles still there. He hasn't played particularly well, but he definitely is, stat for stat, the better player. Yeah, I think I'm relatively happy with this. I'll probably take John Cormack off for Robbie McManus. He's the better player. He was out with an injury. You saw a few games back when the 2 centre backs were injured. Not looking too bad. And yeah, I think that'll do us. Yeah, let's get into this game. Let's see how Spartans have lined up. Okay, so 5-3-2 wing back. Yeah, it could be a difficult game here. Might need to look at possibly bringing back Drew Wingate and maybe going to back 4, holding midfielder, 2 in the centre, 2 wide, and 1 up top, maybe a bit more just bringing the attacking midfielder down. I don't like doing that when I'm at home. I like to go out and dominate against teams. This isn't going down too bad. Oh, there we go. Midfield are happy. So Phil's story not too confident today. So let's get this game started. If you guys have any suggestions on the actual match highlights, whether you want to see replays or you'd rather see 2D or anything, let me know in the comments. I'll take them on board. Obviously I prefer to watch it this way and don't like watching replays, but I'm not watching it on YouTube. Go on, story, finish it. Off the post, Katongo, Hawkins, get in. Excellent start. Go on to 10 minutes. Knowing us, we'll probably concede from a corner or something just before or just after half time. That's usually how things work for us. How are our stats doing? Well, we've kept them quiet. We've kept all the possession for ourselves. Tackles one's high. Passes complete seems quite good. Yeah, all in all, I think we're quite comfortable in the first half. And Ozzy Katongo has picked up an injury. Probably going collecting his pension at 39. Maybe that was how he did it. Funnily enough, actually, he's wanted by a couple of clubs. Not too worried. I don't think he'll leave. Okay, so Jose Katongo, I'm not going to risk him for the second half. Sandy Lawless is a pretty decent player, so I think he'll be okay. Yeah, I think we'll say that there's room for improvement, because there definitely is. Michael Mossy is 6.3. I'm in two minds as to whether to say I'm not happy with his performance. Yeah, maybe the assertiveness isn't coming across that well. I'm not too happy with complacency coming in there from Callum. Might have just shot myself in the foot with that. And that's us with another knock. I'm actually going to leave Anthony on. We've not got too many options now that Katongo's off. We'll see how it goes, and then maybe 70 minutes if we can get 2-0 up. Oh, Story off the post. That would have been a cracker of a goal. Yeah, if we could get 2-0 up, I might look at bringing someone out of position and maybe shuffling things around formation wise, but while we're on top, don't really want to risk it. Oh, that's a terrible miss, Michael. Oh, speaking of terrible misses, we got lucky there. We got really lucky there. Drew Wingate's looking quite tired as well, and Blake just falls over. It's funny, I've told the guys to play short passing, but they keep playing these long balls. But do you know, if we can score from one of them, I'm not going to be too concerned. That was surely offside. That was surely offside. And the linesman has not raised his flag. Disappointing. If he was onside, very disappointing. Phil Story is not playing well today, so I think we'll look for Josh Peters to come on, give us that fresh legs. Martin Hardy. It looks like McGuigan, you're going to be playing the whole game. See if we can get these guys into a positive frame of mind, and we will demand more from our team. And I think we'll also change from a control to an attacking formation. Maybe not. Depends if we can survive this. And we have it. Okay. Not the best defending in the world. So there's not too many options as to what we can do here. We maybe left it a bit too late. We'll go route one, pump the ball into the box, and yeah, I think we'll go with that, and also go to overload. It's a long shot, it really is. Very disappointing to be in this position after scoring so early on. We've just let it slip, you know. Poor lapses in concentration and defence, and that is a heck of a pass back from Michael Mossy. Keeper's way out of position. Come on, lads. We need to get the ball forward quick. Barrow with a long shot. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That was bad. Yeah, we really needed our big game players to play well today, and Michael Mossey has had a shocker centre back. Maybe we can salvage something in the dying seconds. Peters, yes! And it's onside as well. We might have just snuck away with a point out of this. Yeah, now we'll probably concede. I'm not changing off the route one tactic because there's always a chance that you can just win the ball here against the runner plate and then launch it forward. So you might see, come on Hawkins, find that pass. Okay. Obviously looking for the glory for himself. It's I know his long shots, I think they were 13, but that's pushing it. Right, ball, need you not to pass it that way. We've got 1 minute left. This is probably the last chance of the game. Hopefully it will go our way. We go again, looking for Peters, and it's cleared, and now the counter is on. And that might be all she wrote. 30 seconds left. Mossy losing out again. Yeah, I think he's suited to midfield. Poirot wins it back. Well played. Hawkins losing out. That'll be it. That's got to be it now. Disappointing. Disappointing. Once again, the defence just not good enough. Now I'm going to tell them that. Most of them responded well to that. 17 shots and goals, 6 on target, 56% possession, and we've been undone by this lad here. Yeah, disappointing with that. I suppose the only way we can improve things is to maybe tighten up in defence. I mean, obviously at the moment our training is focusing heavily on match tactics, just because the familiarity is not there yet with the formation. I'm reluctant to change it to specific instructions for games until we get more familiar with it. But you know, looking at that, I think we've done well. We were just unlucky, so we'll try and we'll try and see how it goes from there. And just take a look at the schedule for the next game. We're likely to do probably have a bit more of a run before we do the next video. Possibly the Tynecastle game, or Leith perhaps. It's obviously difficult to tell at the moment because no other teams have played yet, so I don't really know who's going to be the big team. So maybe I'll see how it goes and pick a team. I don't think anyone's particularly interested in the Alex Jack Cup. Not quite the same as having FA Cup games. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Certainly, I'll probably be looking at the games further down the line against the big teams at the top of the league. That would be the better games to have. So I'll catch up with you after another handful of games. Hope you come back and see how we're getting on. See ya.